Hi again. So this is part 2 of the workout, which is the upper body. I will put a bonus abs on tomorrow, but this is just upper body, shoulders, bit of bicep, tricep and back. It shouldn't take too long, and don't forget, when you're resistance training you won't feel massively shattered or out of breath. It's very different to consistent HIIT or cardio. What we're trying to do is keep muscle, maybe build lean muscle, but you need the diet to do that. You need to eat more to build and grow the muscle. So I am 46. At 35, so women at 35, we start to lose 1% of muscle mass and bone mass per year, which leads to sarcopenia, so loss of muscle. You imagine if we have loss of muscle, we've got nothing supporting the skeleton. So we start to lose posture, we get all sorts of joint issues. So this isn't about looking or being body beautiful. It's not about having a beach body for me. It's about being as fit and healthy and as strong as you can be, leading you into life. So whatever age you get to, you can still make the stairs on your own. You can still do all of those things that we get used to doing. We don't lose our independence. Personally, if I live to the grand age of 90, 95, 100, I don't want anyone wiping my backside. I want to be doing it myself. So it's really important for longevity of life, for a healthy life, and particularly in this pandemic that we're in now. They are saying that obesity may not, or if you have obesity and a vaccine does come out, the vaccine may not be as effective with those suffering from obesity. There's no judgment here. I've been there myself, but we owe it to ourselves to stay as fit and healthy as we can. So this is workout 2, day 2. If you are new to exercising and you trained yesterday with the glutes and the legs that I did, you're probably aching today. Day 2, you're going to be aching again tomorrow. Stay with it. The key is being consistent in training. If you do it consistently and you watch what you eat, you will see results. You will feel better mentally, physically. So try and stay with this consistently. Every month I'll put on a new workout. So you've got lower body workout, upper body workout. With that you can incorporate your own cardio, so whether it's big dog walks or family walks, you pop in whatever you want. But what I don't want you to do is keep rewarding yourself with food. So if you train and then you think, right, I now deserve a big piece of cake or a massive glass of wine, factor everything into your calories, into MyFitnessPal, and that's what will make the difference. So anyway, I will keep posting about food, macros, so we can understand it a bit more. But if there's anything I'm missing that you think I just don't get that, then please post and I'll do a little bit of a video about it. What I don't want to do is hit you with really long videos. I follow some great fitness people, but their podcasts are, 30 minutes to an hour long, and I just don't have the time to listen to it. So if this is exactly the same as yesterday, you can do 3 or 4 rounds. You can rep it to however you want. So you can add more reps. You can drop the reps, see what suits you. And if you haven't got the time, even 2 sets of each is great. And hopefully you feel fantastic for doing it, mentally as well as physically. So the first exercise we're going to do is press up. Now I'm struggling with these at the moment because of my neck, but there are several ways that you can do a press up. You can do it on the floor or 4s. So I'm hoping you can see me here. So hands just under shoulders. Bring your body weight forward and tuck your elbows back and in. So from this side, brace core, and all we're doing is drop in, pushing through the chest. You can also do them on a bench or a bed, if you've got a bed or a flat area, and you can push from there. You can't see me there, can you? Let's see if I can turn you a little bit. So from here, imagine I'm on a bed or a bench. You can do them against the wall. Again, drop in the chest, pulling the core really tight, pushing forward, pushing through the hands. So you can do that, those press ups, any which way you can. So I want you to do 8 to 10 of those, 10 each dumbbell back rows. Dumbbell, you can use tinned food, you can use bottle of water. If you can get those bottles of milk, either 4 pint or 6 pinters, fill them with water, then that's great, that will do you. So I'm going to use a little dumbbell so you can see what we're doing. Pull your core really tight. And all we're going to do is row the arm back. Everything stays still. Tucking the elbow in, squeezing the shoulder, and you've got 10 of those either side. So you can do those 2 exercises back to back. 8 to 10 push-ups, 8 to 10 of those either side. Shoulder rotation. So again, a couple of cans of food, it's great, or small bottles of water. I'm going to kneel for this because you can see me. Hands up, or palms facing up. Drop your shoulders back, squeeze back and together. It's not a big range of movement, but it's very good for strengthening your back. Okay, shoulder rotations. We're going to go for 8 to 10 of those. Bent over flies. Core tight. I'm going to go really light here because I can't do these very well. And all I want you to do is fly the arms out and in, keeping that core nice and tight. Think long spine all the time. And you can do them seated. Tip forward and fly. Keep pulling that belly button in. Okay, so those 2 are going to be back to back again. Then we have shoulder presses and side raises. So I'm going to use my bench. You can use a chair at home. And again, I'm going to go really lightweight. So pull the core really tight. You can stand and do this, but just make sure that that belly is really tight. Your back is protected. So shoulder presses, squeezing straight up, straight down, followed by your side raises. Shoulders straight up, straight down. The shoulder is a really unstable joint, so it's very important to kind of keep it as strong as possible. You might struggle with some of these if you've got injuries. So if you are injured at the moment, I wouldn't do them, or just listen to how your body feels. Don't push past the injury. Right, forward raise and upright row. So still concentrating on the shoulders. Again, I'm going to come down so you can see. So forward raise, you can have a couple of tins, bottles of water, core tight. And again, I'm kneeling for the camera. What I want you to do is lift the weights using your shoulders, keeping that core as tight as you can. And then we have upright rows, elbows high, and then push down using the shoulders. You can do these with bands as well. It's a bit more effective with a band, I think. If you have tennis elbow, this is not good, so I would leave these out if you're struggling with tennis elbow at the moment, or adapt it for another exercise. And then we finish off with the really small muscle groups, which are your biceps and triceps. So biceps, you can work the biceps 2 ways. So from here, let's take a seat. So you can do them seated or you can do them standing. So straight up, straight down. Or you can turn the weights. One will hit the long head, one will hit the short head of the bicep. So do these whichever way are good for you. But again, tennis elbow, these hammer ones can aggravate, so you might just want to turn the palms in. Then we have tricep dips. You can do these on the stairs, so your bottom stairs, on a bed, on a chair at home. If I show you from here, this is a little bit narrow, but we'll go with it. Back, push up. Elbows tuck in, down, straight up, down, straight up. There's lots of different ways to do triceps. You can do an extension, elbow tucked in, squeeze the arm out the back, or you can take a seat and you can do an overhead extension here, dropping the weight back and squeezing at the top. Okay, so if you have pen handy, I'm just going to run through those again. So press ups 8 to 10 with the back rows, 8 to 10, it's a superset. Shoulder rotation, again 8 to 10 with your fly, so bend over, squeezing those shoulders. Shoulder press with the side raise, forward raise, upright row, and then you have the bicep curls, normal or hammer, followed by your tricep dips. Make sure you stretch before and after the class, before and after session, sorry, and make sure that you're warm. So warm the shoulders, warm the back before you commence. It's quick. This took me just over half an hour to do this morning, so it is a fairly quick workout, and it will work out quite a lot of muscles. Before you train, it's a good idea to eat a mixture of proteins and carbs to fuel your workout, and then eat post-workout. Again, a little bit of fats is great, but protein and carbs, please don't starve yourself. Muscle won't stay lean if you're starving. You need to make sure you're feeding these bodies, not starving them. Hopefully all that makes sense. Chuck me a message, any feedback is great. This is for the Healthy Living course, so I'll post it on your site later on with everything that you need to do. And again, train legs one day, upper body the next. You can rest, or you can do them 4 days in a row, 6 days in a row, but remember you must have at least one rest day per week. Take care, over and out. I'll probably see you tomorrow.